Hello. Okay, welcome back to my channel. So I know I've been doing a lot of nutrition style videos recently, and I'm about to do another one, but I would like to do another workout information style video soon. So let me know down in the comments what you guys would like to see from me. But for this week's video, I am currently at, let's see if you can see. Okay, well, it's raining, so you can't see, but I'm at Costco, and I came because I need to get some protein powder, or I wanted to look at like some of the options they have for protein powder. I don't think anybody needs to eat protein powder, just as an aside, but I do think it's an easy and delicious way to get in some extra protein. Me and Jordan have been eating a little bit leaner recently, high protein, a little bit lower calorie, because we're trying to lean out a little bit, have our muscles show a little bit more, you know, just feel healthy. So I'm going to take you guys with me and show you some of my favorite options that are high protein or a little bit lower caloric density and high nutrition, things like berries, frozen vegetables, things that are easy, things like that. Stuff that I like to lean on, and things that are also like small household friendly, because I know a lot of the stuff at Costco, you know, you can buy like bulk vegetables, bulk fruits, stuff like that, but it's too much for 1 or 2 people, and I have a 2-person household, so all of this is things that we can enjoy and never go bad before we can use them. So yeah, I'm just gonna take you along with me, so let's go. It's actually surprisingly not that busy today, which is weird because it's a Thursday, like right around when people would be getting off work. But I think it's funny, like January 9th right now, so it's like the beginning of the year, and all the like front of the store where they put like the impulse things on sale was all like vitamins and, you know, supplements and whatever. So it's definitely, everybody's on that trend right now. Okay, so the first thing that I'm looking at is the protein powder. So this is normally the protein powder I get, the Orgain. I usually go with the vanilla. It does taste like plant-based protein powder, which to me, plant-based protein powder has a little bit more of like a chalky flavor. But the only sweetener is stevia, so a pretty clean sweetener. It does have natural flavors and sunflower oil, which I know are like big topics right now, that everyone's like, don't do that, whatever. But I think a little bit of natural flavors and a little bit of seed oils, like, I don't think is the end of the world, as long as your diet is like overall nutritious. Pretty good also macros as far as being a plant protein powder. So it's 160 calories for 21 grams of protein, not bad. I've recently been getting into whey protein powders just because I'm looking for something a little bit higher protein, which normally can offer around 20 grams of protein for like 100 calories, so it's a little bit leaner, but you know, I do think it is a very good option. Also, just while I'm in this section, I thought I would talk about creatine. Costco does now sell creatine. I don't know if it's a new thing or an old thing. I just now have seen it, but this has 135 servings in it for normally $19.99, but right now it's $4 off. But creatine is so useful if you like lifting heavy, or if you like working out really at all. It's so useful for muscular appearance, as well as just helping you squeeze out a couple more reps. And like, it's not gonna make you look like a roided up man. It improves skin appearance. There's more and more data coming out about its brain health benefits as well. Creatine is great, and this is a super cheap way to get it. It doesn't have to be an expensive supplement whatsoever, so highly recommend this guy. Okay, so I was just looking at all the protein powders, and honestly, besides that one that I showed you guys, there wasn't really any that were wowing me. The whey ones, they were okay, but like, I think the plant one honestly had more to offer as far as nutrition, and they had similar sweeteners and not too different on the calorie counts. They were all like 120 calories for like 21 grams of protein, so pretty similar. But I did come over to show you Safe Catch Tuna. So this is a huge staple for me. Safe Catch is especially really cool because all of it is tested for mercury levels, and it's even approved by the American Pregnancy Association to be safe for pregnant women, which is really big because, especially if you're eating this multiple times a week, you do not want to be ingesting a lot of mercury, and tuna is a little bit higher up on the food chain, so it can be high in that if you're not careful. But this is tested for that, nice and safe, delicious, really easy. Each whole container, I believe, is like 40 something grams of protein, which is just crazy. Super nice, lean source of protein. Get some omega-3, so highly recommend. And at the price point of $12.99 per 6 cans, like, you can't go wrong. I know probably like everybody at this point knows about the brand Banza. It is a go-to for me. It's made literally just from like chickpeas and salt, which is great. Helps you get in some fiber while also like creating like a pasta dish. So definitely a go-to for me. 20 grams of protein per serving. That's definitely a lot more than you're gonna get in a pasta. So it's a great swap. And obviously, is it the same texture? No, but it is delicious. So I actually have seen this for the first time. chicken bone broth. Really cool. They call it a sipping bone broth, but it's per cup 45 calories and 9 grams of protein. So you guys know, if you watch any of my videos, I normally make my own bone broth at home, but if you don't have the kind of time for that, or if you don't care to take the kind of time for that, this is, let's see how many cups. Okay, 24 cups in this guy, which is super nutritious. Everything in here is organic, which is really cool as well. And it's 20 bucks. So about a little less than $1 per cup. So really nutritious. It's worth it if that is something that you don't want to take the time to cook, because I love using bone broth to cook rice in to make it a little bit lower glycemic index, a little bit higher protein. Obviously great for soups, good for just sipping if you like doing that. Not really my thing, but I know some people love it. But yeah, it's a very nutritious food, so highly recommend that. Okay, and now we've got wild chips. So this, oddly, I have tried them. I do think they're really good, but it's $9.99 for, let's see how many servings, 8.5 servings. So over $1 per serving. And like, while they are good, these are not going to fill you up. So they're great if, you know, you're really struggling to get your protein in and you need to eat more. But if you're trying to eat a little bit less and still get your protein in, this is maybe not the way to go, because it really is about the same caloric consumption as just eating a regular serving of chips. It just has more protein in it. So although it's a really cool, really clean product, it's not something I really recommend if you are trying to eat a little bit higher protein while in a caloric deficit. But yeah, something honorable mention, but depends on what your goals are. Okay, so over here we got erythritol, like whole earth monk fruit sweetener. So this does have monk fruit in it, but the first ingredient is erythritol. So it is mostly erythritol, which is a sugar alcohol. So it's not bad for you. It's a completely safe sweetener, but I would just be careful because it can lead to like some digestive upset for some people. So that is a great option if you're trying to lower your sugar a little bit, maybe bake something that's a little bit lower in sugar, lower in calories, whatever. But I would say just be careful with erythritol, don't overdo it. Well, I did come to show you guys some like good options for cutting a little bit of weight, getting a little bit higher protein. I also wanted to show you some deceptive options. So Morning Summit, this is a super nutritious, healthier version of a cereal, but per 2/3 of a cup serving, which most people are going to pour at least double that when you're eating it. It's 280 calories. So what's 280 times 2? Okay, almost 500. So for 2 servings, 560 calories. You're probably not even going to be that full after even a double serving size. So it's a good option if you are somebody with high caloric needs, or maybe you are a runner and you need something that has some good quick carbs in it. But just be careful with things that market themselves as healthy. Just because it is healthy doesn't mean that it's necessarily super caloric deficit friendly. This could be a great option to sprinkle a little bit on like a yogurt bowl so you can get something high protein with a little bit of yummy crunch. But yeah, just wanted to kind of go over things that can be a little bit deceptive. It's kind of like the same adage people talk about, like if you're trying to lose weight and you're just snacking on nuts all day, and a 1/4 cup serving of nuts is like 200 calories, like you'll quickly eat a meal's worth of calories just in your snacking on nuts. So just things like that. Okay, so I'm by the Greek yogurt, which is a completely unmatched source of protein to me, and super delicious, also super nutritious because it's obviously full of probiotics. That's how you make yogurt. But it's 100 calories, 18 grams of protein. It's essentially the macros of a protein powder, but you're just paying for yogurt. $6.79 for 8 servings. It's just a great deal. I love this yogurt. It's also non-fat, so it's even higher source of protein, but they do have a whole milk yogurt as well if you wanted something with a little bit more fat, maybe be a little bit more satiating for longer. But yeah, highly recommend. New product also, Organic Valley Stringles. It's just string cheese. Pretty good. 7 grams of protein for 80 calories. It's a good little snack or something to like add to your meal. Not something I would necessarily rely a ton on, but if you really love cheese, that's also a great thing. $8.59 for that pack of, let me see how many, 24. So not super cheap, but it is also grass-fed cows, so you're getting like really nutritious dairy as well. This one is not the healthiest thing ever, like it's freaking chicken nuggets, but the lightly breaded chicken breast chunks, they're a knockoff of the Just Bare chicken breast chunks that they also sell at Costco. They're just cheaper and taste just as good, so why wouldn't you get it? 16 grams of protein per, I believe it's a 3-ounce serving. Yeah, 3-ounce serving, 140 calories. So normally I'll have like 6 ounces of it, 280 calories for 32 grams of protein. That's amazing. It's great. And just have that. You could have it as lettuce wraps. You could make some of the nuggets and then like some fruit or something on the side. Like, it's just great when you have that craving for something a little bit more junky, but it's pretty solid ingredients and pretty solid protein. So I do highly recommend that. And for the bag, it's only $15.99 for 4 pounds. So pretty good. Just like have so much to show you guys. I just keep coming up on product after product, but the Godshall's, let me grab it. Turkey bacon. So this is like a honk and chonk of turkey bacon. Let's see how many are in here. 40 slices in here, and each slice is 45 calories and 6 grams of protein. So it's a great thing to add to a breakfast. It doesn't have a bunch of nitrates and stuff in it. Like all bacon is gonna have some nitrates in it, but this one is just turkey thigh, turkey, water, sea salt, cane sugar, and cultured celery powder. The cultured celery powder is like the quote unquote natural nitrates. I still recommend, you know, like ultra processed meat like that, even if it's turkey bacon, it's still ultra processed meat. Don't eat it all the time, but when you want that bacon, that's a great option. It's 2.5 pounds of turkey bacon for $10.99. So like, can't really get much better than that. So I do recommend that. It's really clean for bacon. So yeah. Another thing we really like to get is in the meat department is the lean ground beef. They have, let's see, how many pounds is this? It's 5 individual 1 pound packages. And it is $25.99 for 91% lean ground beef. Really good deal. We are trying to kind of make the switch to a little bit, you know, better sourced meat. So I don't know that we'll be getting that. We want to get grass-fed, both because it's better for the cows and better for our bodies. But for now, that's a great option, especially if you're on a budget. That's a great option. That's the case for us right now. So yeah. Okay, so here's another thing. Atlantic cod. If you didn't know, cod is one of the food's highest in iodine, which is essential for thyroid function. It's a little bit expensive, so for 5 servings, it's $19.49. That's not bad. So it's not super cheap, but it's not super expensive either. It's a super nutritious food. It's 120 calories for one of the portions with 30 grams of protein. So it's a super lean protein source, and it's a little bit just like a milder flavor for fish. So it's a great thing to kind of easily incorporate into the meals for the week, even if you're not super into fish. So that is something that I also highly recommend. Okay, so berries are another thing I love to get at Costco. I just showed you the blueberries, $8.49 for I believe 3 pounds. And then the strawberries are, I can't find the price for the strawberries, but it's 4 pounds and it's usually around the same price. Berries are a great thing that are really high in nutrition while also being relatively less dense in calories. So they're a great thing to, especially frozen berries, because they stay good. They're picked at peak ripeness, so super nutritious. I love putting those in some Greek yogurt. Another thing on this aisle that I love getting is this guy. This is gonna be Primavera Mistura, question mark, fire roasted veggie mix. It is for 4 pounds, $12.99, so not a terrible price either, especially given the fact that it's already roasted for you, salted, seasoned, whatever. I do like to add a little bit extra salt because I think they go a little bit light, a little extra flavor, but it is roasted in avocado oil and it is completely gluten-free, so it's a really, really clean option. I love adding that to like some bone broth rice with some chicken sausage, and it's delicious. They also have a different one. It's like flame grilled vegetables, and they have a root vegetable one. I will have to say the root vegetable one is terrible. I do not recommend anything but the root vegetable one is really good, but just don't get that one. I have it in my freezer and I'm still trying to go through it. They do also have some riced cauliflower over here, which can be a really easy way to add some veggies to a meal. I personally don't recommend fully subbing out all the rice in your dish for cauliflower rice because it's just not as filling. It can be delicious, but I'm hungry like 2 hours later. So I like doing kind of like a half and half substitution. Add a little bit of cauliflower rice to make it a little bit more diluted in calories, as well as, you know, adding some vegetables in. But I do like keeping some rice because it's just, your body needs carbs. So also, this is something I recently learned. Parmesan is very high in protein for a cheese. For 110 calories, it's 9 grams of protein, and obviously Parmesan is delicious. I like getting this pre-shredded one just because they don't add dextrose or anything on there that kind of makes it like melt weird, you know what I'm saying? It's literally just skimmed cow's milk, cheese cultures, salt, and rennet. And it's delicious. It is $14.99 for the 16 ounce. You can also get it not pre-shredded, and it's a little bit cheaper, but for me it's kind of worth it just because shredding cheese is a pain in the butt. But yeah, that's honestly was a surprisingly high protein thing to me. Another thing that we've been loving, I've been bringing these to lunch all the time, Greenridge Naturals beef sticks. It is 16 grams of protein, no nitrates or nitrites added. It is just beef, water, sea salt, cultured celery powder, which like I said is a secret way to say natural nitrates. So you can't get around it if you're eating processed meat, but that's the best one you will see. And vinegar, garlic, and natural flavors. So I think they're super great. I love bringing them. I just like cut them up so they're not so like weird and long. And I just eat that with some vegetables and some fruit, and it's a really filling, nice lunch. So great portable way to get some nice protein. These are another go-to for me. They're the Parmesan and cracked black pepper chicken sausages, Kirkland brand actually. So these are, a lot of times in Costco, they'll have like the Kirkland brand of something right next to the name brand. So the Paleo is gonna be the name brand. And I actually tried the Paleo ones first, And I actually like the Kirkland ones better because the paleo ones have this like too chickeny flavor. Like if you've ever gotten the chicken ick, that's what I get from those. So they're just not my favorite. So I really like getting the Kirkland ones, and they're delicious. It's a lot of them. Let me see how many are in here. 18 sausages in here, so it takes a while to go through, but thankfully they're in separate packages, so you can just freeze whatever you're not eating. 150 calories and 14 grams of protein each, and like I said, super parmesan-y and flavorful, so they're delicious. That's a go-to for me for like a quick lunchy thing. So the Kirkland rotisserie chickens are pretty much infamous at this point. It's literally $4.99 for a chicken. Like, I forget how much money they lose just selling those to their customers every year, but it's what Costco is known for, and they're great. I love using that to make rotisserie chicken, buffalo chicken salad, just to have some like easy meat on hand. Like, they're just fantastic. That's something I can't recommend enough. And yeah, can't go wrong with some rotisserie chicken. It's like the easiest way to get some protein in your diet. Kind of have made my way around the store at this point. I hope that this was helpful for you guys. I hope you enjoyed and got some great ideas of things to eat to kind of eat higher protein, maybe a little bit leaner if you're trying to lose weight this new year. And I tried to stick to things that are relatively whole food. You know, it's not all that way, but eating mostly that way is what helps keep me healthy, keep me full, and feeling good. So I hope this video was helpful for you guys. Comment down below what is a favorite high protein or very nutritious Costco thing that you like to get. And subscribe if you love nutrition content / workout content. That is my thing. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.